13 Ghosts.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. Hat, and today we're going over 13 Ghosts, directed by Steve Beck, who directed Ghost Ship. Now, this is an interesting movie. This was one of the scariest movies I ever saw growing up. I would watch it whenever it was on TV, but I remember my parents saw it. Before I ever watched it, my parents rented it. I came downstairs, I saw some images, it was scary. I was told I couldn't watch it because there was nudity. But this is a movie that stuck with me because it was just always frightening. It had the most frightening images, most scariest ghosts. This movie has the scariest ghost of any ghost movie that I know of, hands down. But unfortunately, that doesn't really save this movie for me. I actually prefer Ghost Ship in some way over this one. But there are some good things to say about this movie. Some positives I can give it is that you got a couple good moments of gore. We get a guy who gets chopped into pieces, a guy who gets split down the middle. Not this way, but this way, like in Leprechaun Returns. So it's pretty gnarly. But unfortunately, the body count is not that high. This is like a low budget movie, it feels like. It seems low budget. It's a one setting location throughout most of the runtime. And I will say that the setting is cool. It's definitely unique. Sorry, my voice sounds a little weird. I just did a Cult of Chucky review, and I probably talked for 40 minutes. My throat hurts like a motherfucker. But I watched this movie, and I want to get this review out. So, I do this for you. I suffer for you. I love you. Love you too, Mr. Hat. Unique story. I think this has a unique story to it. It's not executed well. I don't really care too much. It gets kind of convoluted. Wait, what? What's going on? Why? What? Why do you need Mathhew Lillard again when you can just use your little They Live glasses? I like that they have They Live glasses in this movie, where if you put them on, you can see the ghosts, you can see things that are actually there. It's very They Live like. And there's even I feel like a little slight reference, homage to The Shining. You got this son who's obsessed with death, who loves talking about death. When he hears about people that die, he's like, cool, people dying. Fucking weird kid. But he's in the basement, he's on a scooter instead of a tricycle, in some sort of bike in The Shining. I haven't seen that forever. But yeah, it's shot the same way, kind of. A little Shining reference. And nudity. This movie has tons of nudity because of one character alone. That's the naked princess ghost. She's got these big ass tits that look almost fake. I mean, they're fake because they got cuts on them. These boobs have slash marks on them, and they're still attractive. That's how great they are. And I like that all these ghosts have different looks, and they're all very creative and unique. They look awesome. My favorite one's definitely the hammer, the one with the nails in him. I thought it was broken glass as a kid, a bunch of broken glass in him. And that would probably actually be a little bit more cooler, because we already got a horror villain with nails in him. He's called Pinhead. So yeah. But yeah, he's got all kinds of giant nails in him. He's pulling them out. Badass motherfucker. And now let's go over my negatives. Let's stay on topic with that guy. We don't get to see him do shit. Like I said, this movie could have been so much better if you just upped the body count. For some reason, send a bunch of people in there. Let's say that for some reason this activist girl, there's a activist group that is setting souls free. You know how oh, you know how people complain about animals being in cages. I'm not saying for or against whatever, but there's these people that are this guy's collecting souls and putting them in cages. How dare you? We speak for the speechless, the people, the souls. It's dumb. Really? That group would never exist. But then again, 2019, nothing surprises me. That probably would happen. If we found out that there were souls being trapped in cages, there would be a support group, a Facebook page for that group. In an instant, they'd be like, hashtag save the souls. It would happen. I know it would. But still, when I watched this movie back in 2001 when this came out, it's just a concept that makes you roll your eyes. That would never fucking happen. Really? Who gives a fuck? These are terrible souls that when they're on Earth, they can still kill people. This movie opens up with a soul butchering people, and you want to set those souls free? You're fucking evil. You're like that Farrah Farmiga chick in the Godzilla movie that just came out. You're fucking stupid. But anyways, back to what I was trying to say is that they could have expanded on that, had a whole group of like activists go into this house to like set them free, and then that could have increased the body count. We could have saw the hammer guy, fucked them all up, but we don't get to see him kill anybody, and that is a big problem with me. For me, not with me. That's a big problem for me, alright? I don't like that. We could have saw the hammer guy really tear some shit up. And then we get Mathhew Lillard's character. I would say that the acting across the board is terrible. Not like Leprechaun 2 terrible, The Room terrible, but it's not good. I'm not sure if it's just the dialogue they were given, but it's bad. And even like Cyrus' character towards the end, when he's like hitting Monk. We got Monk in here. Worst casting choice ever. He is not a believable like single dad willing to do anything to save his family. And he has to like have these tough moments where he's punching Mathhew Lillard. I'm like, whatever. You look like a wimp. Just a bad casting choice. I think he was the Monk at this time. So when you watch it, you're like, that's the Monk. It's taking me out of the movie. So they could have cast somebody else. But what was I trying to say? Mathhew Lillard, yeah, he's bad. Over the top. It works in Scream, his over-the-topness for me. But in this one, it's just too much. He's the comic relief. And then we get this other character who's comic relief, and she's the black nanny. That would be racist today. You can't do that. No. Nannies can't just be black. We have a white family. That's racist. But she has a few moments where she's cracking jokes. She sees his body split in half. It's the first body that she's ever seen, I'm believing, I think. And her reaction to it is, huh, well, he looks better than he did before. Funny, man. That's so funny. Seriously, take this shit serious. Like, this is the scariest fucking place on earth to be, and you're cracking jokes? She didn't need to be comic relief, alright? That was Mathew's character. We didn't need another guy or girl to be cracking jokes, alright? We don't need it. And then I found out that she's a rapper in real life, so then at the end, when the credits start rolling, we get this horrible rap song from her, because I guess it was in her contract, like, if I'm in your movie, use my song, even though it doesn't fit the tone of that entire fucking journey we just went on. Complete change of tone from how the movie ended, like the emotional journey that Monk had to go through to get his kids, and just everything that came before that, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, motherfucker, boop, boop, boop. Or however rap sounds. It was terrible. I was like, wait, this is the song they play? We get Shannon Elizabeth, who is from American Pie, that 70s show, and she's the girl that gets raped in Jack Frost, I believe, and she's obsessed with water, and we get this ghost that's like, she attempts to kill the one guy, but he gets killed by the doors, and then she has all this time to kill Shannon Elizabeth, but doesn't do it. And then the father steps in, and she was like about to do it, and then the father steps in, and she's like, oh, never mind. I can't kill you now for some reason. Cyrus somehow kidnapped the daughter without making a single fucking sound. We got Monk, and we got this soul rights activist bitch talking, conversing together, and Shannon Elizabeth's right behind them. Right butt fucking behind them. Like, she could reach out and touch their ass. That's how close. And she gets taken from behind them without making a single fucking noise. She doesn't yell for help, nothing. Seriously, just get the fuck out of here. This is dumb. Dumb, lazy writing. We need to get this character out of here. Cyrus needs to kidnap them, because for the story to work, he just needs to kidnap them. But how do we separate her from the group? She's not going to leave the group because she just got attacked, so she's scared shitless. She's clinging on to her father. How do we get her out of there? Well, fuck it. We'll just cut. We'll have the camera over here where she's not in focus, and then we'll cut over here. Oh, she's gone! Okay, then we find out that this activist girl has actually been working for Cyrus. It's supposed to be like a twist, but it's not an interesting twist. It doesn't work. I'm just like, huh? Okay, whatever. She was just there for exposition to give to Monk to tell him what to do, but that could have been Mathhew Lillard's character. So she was not necessary. And Cyrus is telling her, I need you to go capture the kids and put them on the eye of hell, because we need to, and that's what this whole story is about. It's about Cyrus. He wants these 13 ghosts so he can open up a portal to hell, because he wants to do what? I don't know. But he tells her to kidnap the kids, but then he murders her, and then we find out that he already kidnapped the kids anyways. Like, the next scene, the kids are revealed to have been captured. So, I guess he was just fucking with her? Like, I don't know. It was just weird. Like, wait, you told her to do this, you already did it, and now you're killing her, and like the doors close, and she gets squished, and it's horrible CGI. She had this big, heavy, thick book. If that was me in that situation, I'd put the book next to me, because that's longer than her width-wise. That I think it could have worked. Maybe the door would have just hit the book, and it still would have been a tight squeeze, but I think she could have made it. Just saying. You gotta think on your toes. Oh yeah, Cyrus somehow faked his death. Okay, he faked his death in the opening scene. I don't know how he did it, but he got a whole prosthetic, like, neck slice. And he wears it throughout the whole film. How much time has gone by since that opening scene and Monk receiving his will? Because he left his house in Monk's will because he wants Monk to go to the house to sacrifice himself to be the 13th ghost. But, so that's why he faked his death. That and so that he wouldn't have to pay Mathhew Lillard money. And Mathhew Lillard is at the house because he wants his money. But it's like, he's still wearing the neck. What for? Who are you trying to trick? Like, I don't know. It was just weird. It's like, how long have you been wearing this fake neck? It's just dumb. The editing must have been a bitch for this movie. The way they decided to do it. And the sound effects are annoying. They're so annoying. Like, every time there's a ghost on camera, which is a majority of the time, the pace is kind of quick. But man, every time there's a ghost, it like flickers and you hear like this knife scratching noise just all the fucking time, and it really got on my nerves. I never noticed it before. It never really was a big deal, but on this watch I was like, damn, how many times I gotta hear that shit?
Hey,
Mathhew Lillard is established as this character who he can see dead people, or he twitches and spasms if they're ever within 10 feet of him. But then all of a sudden, he has and when he touches people or they touch him, he can see all the bad shit that ever happened to them. Because whatever. But then, out of nowhere, he can see the future. He sees his death. And what does he do? He doesn't try to prevent that. He tries to make it happen. Like, alright, this is what I gotta do. And he just kills himself. And it's so unnecessary. It's like, really? There was no reason for it. So it just pissed me off. It's dumb. They could have both just hid behind the glass. It was just dumb. I don't get it. It's like, your power warned you conveniently so that you could therefore just make it happen. Like, if I saw my death in my head and how it happened, I'd be like, okay, now I know what to do to not let that happen. I found it odd that the mom's spirit, Monk's his wife's dead, and she's one of the 13 ghosts. And every time they see her, she's half burnt. But then as soon as all the souls are free, she's all pretty and nice. And it's like, okay, why? Could she look like that before? If so, why didn't she do it? I know I'm overanalyzing, but it was still something that stuck out like a sore thumb. I was like, huh, wait, what? Why? She just chooses to look pretty now? What the fuck? The nanny character is the stereotype black girl. Like, just, and the rapper trend, you gotta have a rapper in your movie in the early 2000s, but she's just a stereotype at the end, as if we needed a comedy. She's like, oh, hell no, I'm quitting. Y'all white people gonna deal with your white people problems. And it's like, if you reverse that, that's racist. Then all the spirits are set free, and that's the movie. It ends. And it's like, yay, the spirits are free. Yay, they're not in cages no more. Which means they get to kill people again. What the fuck? That's not a happy ending. It acts like it's happy, like the music and the way they're like going into the wilderness, like, yay, we're free to murder people again, like the beginning of the movie. What the fuck? It's just a dumb movie, really. Like, it could have been a lot better. You had some gore, extra body count. Lower the comedic tone some. Just have Mathhew Lillard be. You don't need the nanny. You really don't. Mathhew Lillard didn't have to sacrifice himself. He could have been the guy pulling the levers and switches, ruining the plan. It didn't have to be the nanny. I bet that was in her contract too. You're gonna put my song in your movie, and I'm gonna save the day, even though I'm just a secondary character. At the end of the day, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, I thought this movie was gonna be great. Like, I remember it being great. Like I said, this was the most terrifying movie as a kid. Going back and rewatching it, I was just kind of like, nah. Some things were still creepy, but other than that, man, I gotta say, when it comes to 13 Ghosts, maybe just check this one out at Redbox. The Mr. How to Work Your Best kill goes to the lawyer, who gets split in half, and he slowly slides down. Looks awesome. I think it's better than the one in Leprechaun Returns. What do you think? And the Mr. Twig Award for worst kill goes to Mathhew Lillard. He didn't have to fucking kill himself, alright? Seriously, it's dumb. And they could have torn his ass to pieces and at least made his sacrifice worth it. But they didn't. And those are my thoughts on 13 Ghosts. Let me know what you thought about this movie in the comments below. Have you seen it yet? Check it out if you want to. There's some redeeming things about it. A unique story, kinda, but not the most fun, really. It's maybe worth one watch, but I wouldn't watch it again. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hit this like button to support this video. Tell all your friends about me. You can follow me on social media if you wish to do so. And consider becoming a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds to see more. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen.